each one of the games. Give me your thoughts as you guys are coming in. But it is a great idea to bring in Lou, says Courtney Art. I do think it is, but me not being a Lakers fan from the outside looking in, I want to see Jason Kidd coach that team. I think Monty Williams also could do a great job, but for some reason I want to see Jason Kidd coach again in the league, and I think this is a good opportunity for him. Jennifer Pettis says a C for the Cowboys. He may get cut, Joseph, that is, says A-Trap. Yeah, and if he does, and if he's out there and available, I think the Cowboys are going to go after him. They liked him in the 2016 draft. So at this point, if he's available, I think they're gonna probably run and try to get him. All right, so the Raptors dominate Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Kawhi putting up 45, but that has become a tied series as of last night. Butler putting up 30, so that series is 1-1. Butler had 30 points, 11 rebounds. James Ennis. Embiid was battling the flu. He had 12 points. But this is what's going to have to happen for the Sixers. You're going to have Butler is going to have to step up on certain nights. Embiid is going to have to put in his. Ben Simmons is going to have to put in his. They need a collective effort. They need a collective effort. You can't have one guy just dominating. So that series is tied at 1-1. The Nuggets close out the series with the Spurs with the weirdest ending of a game I think I may have ever seen. The weirdest ending to a game. You're down by 4. You do not foul. You're running around like you're playing top defense, but you're down by 4. Popovich seems to be yelling foul. Popovich, you see the look on his face like, what is everybody doing? Do you guys just want to lose this game? Are you ready to go home? Or what's the deal? So Spurs did not foul. That game, the weirdest ending, I think I would have to say, in a game, period. So they end up losing that game. The Spurs lose. I thought a Game 7, the Spurs, DeMar DeRozan, and Popovich, I thought that whole combination would have helped them win that game. Obviously, did not happen. Nuggets closed it out. Nuggets continue on in the series. They played last night. They win over the Blazers. So that means we're about to see either the Nuggets or the Blazers in the Western Conference Finals. I was not expecting it to be either one of those teams, but they have proved me wrong. Nikola Jokic, I've underestimated this guy. I haven't paid much attention to him. He put up 37. The game on Saturday, he also dominated with a triple-double. Nikola Jokic is a baller. Nikola Jokic is a baller. Put the ball in his hands. He continues to put up points, continues to help his team win. But Nuggets get that win last night, so shout out to them. That I think that's going to probably be another very, very entertaining series right there. Another very entertaining series. The Nuggets and the Blazers. You know Dame Dollar is going to come back stronger than what he did before. He had 39, so it's not like he was a slouch in last night's game. Going back to the games over the weekend, and also Popovich, it is already being said that Popovich is coming back. A Spurs staffer said that he is no doubt returning. I thought with his wife passing away, with him losing different players, I thought maybe this would be his last season. It's not definitely set in stone yet either. But if Popovich, which it looks like he is coming back, he's going to come back with a vengeance regardless. and it looks like we're going to have him for another year. Sunday's game, the Celtics are not afraid of the deer. The Celtics are not fearing the deer. Kyrie with 26 and 11. Giannis had 22. They were D'ing up on Giannis. It's only game one. But if this is any outlook on the rest of this series, Milwaukee's not going to win it, which I'm not picking Milwaukee anyway. If you see the look in Kyrie's eyes, you see the look in Al Horford's eyes, you see the Morris twin, I think that's Marcus. The Celtics are going to gel together at the right time. Regular season means nothing. I repeat, regular season means nothing. If you gel when it comes to the playoffs, anything is possible. So I got the Celtics winning this series. I had them winning the series from the beginning. And I think this was the worst home loss for Milwaukee. So we got game 2 coming up tonight. So we'll see what happens there. The other game, Celtics are very dangerous, says Courtney Harden. He also says Jokic is not a joke. I like that pun right there. I'm blaming the Saints for all this misfouled talk via the Rockets. Shout out to my man Big Mo. Thank you for tuning in. So let's talk about it. Warriors, Rockets, game 1. KD gets his 5th straight 30-point game, but that's really not the story. The end of the game, you got a jumper by Chris Paul. Chris Paul arguing the call. He was arguing a no call on James Harden. But do you guys think he got fouled on that play? Do you guys think he got fouled? Looked like his hand was hit. Which to me, that is the definition of a foul. Now, there's comments being made. Draymond says, I ain't trying to hear that in response to James Harden's remarks about wanting a fair chance. James Harden is an opportunist on the court, okay? Every single three, if he has an opportunity to fall, if he can land right and fall, he's going to do it. And he gets a lot of calls. So I get what Draymond is saying. We're not trying to hear that you don't get calls and you want it to be fair, because a lot of times things are in your favor. But this series is going to be so hyped. I cannot wait. Game 2 coming up tonight. You already know there's bad blood. You got a story coming out saying that the Rockets did an audit on the 2018 finals bid, saying there was 81 potential missed calls. When I see this story, I was first of all like, are they talking about Sunday's game? Or are they talking about the game from last year? And they're talking about the game from last year. So the Rockets are trying to pull out every possible stop to win this game. But let me know, was that a foul or was that not a foul? HRB says, yep, but I'm a little bit biased, admittedly. Celtics are too deep, too good for the Bucks. I do believe there was missed calls on both sides. And I'm talking about the game on Sunday. But the real deal about it, no matter what anyone says, there is home court advantage. The team that's playing on that court, I don't care what anybody says, whatever you say, I do not believe you. They're going to get favored calls. That is, you're human. You hear the crowd roar. You're going to give that team more favoritism than you give the other team if it's on the home court. So yes, there were some calls that were favored in the Warriors' favor. There were some calls also favored in the Rockets' favor. At the end of the day, the Rockets lost the game. So what do you do from here on? Do you pout about it? Do you start talking about this game 1 every single chance you get, or do you come back tonight and win the game? Okay? That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear anymore about, oh, they missed a call. Okay, you're down 0-1. What are you going to do next? Are you going to go cry in the corner, in the words of Steve Smith? Are you going to take your ball and go home? Or are you going to step up and win game 2? The ball's in your court. Again, it is a home court game for the Warriors. But Harden gets so many calls. I do not want to hear, I want the game to be, I want a fair chance. I don't want to hear that from James Harden. That is the last person I want to hear that from. All right, let me read some comments here. I'm getting a little hyped. Let me read some comments. These were a lot of missed calls, fouls and calls, and the refs are horrible, but the Rockets are not obsessed of beating the Warriors. They can't even play their game. Facts. If you start a shot from 33 feet out, you should land 29 feet out. Harden does it all the time. Now he's not getting the call. They can't blame the refs for shooting 24 straight threes. James Harden, a.k.a. Sean Payton, says Mo Cheese. They came out with an entire report as to why they lost last year. They are looking for excuses early. Facts. They are looking for excuses early. And like I just said, game 2 is tonight. What are you going to do? Are you going to win the game, or are you going to complain again that you didn't get the calls from 2 nights ago? Win the game and shut up, okay? And this goes back to every single D'Antoni team. Name a D'Antoni team that's won a championship. Name a D'Antoni team that has won an NBA championship. None of them. So it's not going to change this year either. Sorry, it's not going to change this year either. So whatever you want to do, however many times they want to pull up all these different reports, win the game. Win the game. Tonight, if you lose this game and you go down 0-2, you better be ready. Okay, over the years, the narrative was the Dubs were too soft and the opponent was able to push them around. Now the Warriors are D'ing up. Everyone is complaining. I disagree, Ben. This is A-Trap. You must call the game the same way all the times. This is why I stopped playing hoops. Great point. Great point, A-Trap. Great point to my pops as well. But home court does get favored calls. If the refs don't say it, even if whoever else says it, it does happen. So again, game 2, what are the Rockets going to do differently? What are the refs going to do differently? What are the Warriors going to do differently? It's a clean slate. Start off. Now the Rockets, there is a ref that's refereeing this game tonight that supposedly does not have a good rapport with the Rockets. So this series is so interesting on a lot of fronts, and I cannot wait to see game 2 tonight. All right, so that was Sunday's game. Going over to last night's game, I already talked about the Spurs. I already talked about the Nuggets winning that one. The Raptors and Sixers going to be another great series. And this is what we want to see. We want to see the best teams going up against the best teams. But if back to the Rockets, if there's a report that comes out to why you lost last year, I don't know if it was the Rockets. I don't know whoever it was. That looks bad for the Rockets if that was them putting out that report. Maybe it was somebody else, so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. One got cheated by Big Shot Bob, hip checked. Nash and the Suns stood up and got suspended for a game. KD is in that zone. Warriors still will beat the Rockets. D'Antoni teams, I don't know what it is. I don't know if he just cannot get over that hump, but they're not going to win this year either, okay? Newsflash. Newsflash, the Rockets aren't going to win this year either. If they win, I will come back on here and I will gladly say that I was wrong.